Hello everyone, I'm Dwight Mitchell from Stop CPS from Legally Kidnapping Children. It's the beginning of August and I'm here to give you our update on what's been going on for the last 60 days. As most of you know, we're trying to expand to all 50 states. To that end, I have taken steps to formalize our organization. I founded Family Preservation Foundation Incorporated. I've established bank accounts in the organization's name, credit card processing in the organization's name, applied for, and we've been accepted by the IRS as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So we have tax-exempt status on all donations. We've registered with GuideStar. GuideStar is the foremost organization for vetting nonprofits. So all corporations, before they give corporate donations or either matching donations, they go to GuideStar and check an organization, make sure it's valid, make sure they've been accredited by the IRS and they have a tax-exempt status. They have different levels, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, based upon an organization's transparency. So if you open up your books, tell them all about the corporation, your bank accounts, and things of that nature, it raises your status level. So the more information you provide to them, the higher the status. Because I want to be totally transparent with everyone, and I want everyone to see what we're doing and that we're a legitimate organization, I have provided them with all of the information on our organization, and we have received a platinum status for transparency, meaning at any time anyone in the organization can go on the GuideStar, look up the corporation, see what we're doing, see what our programs are, see how much we've spent, see what our filings are with the IRS. So we are an open book to anyone wondering what's going on and what we're doing with the funds we receive from a donation perspective. I've also put together a full website, and the website is StopCPS from LegallyKidnappingChildren.org. I've made it short for everyone, so if you just think of our initials, which is SCPSLKC.org, that is the URL to our website. If you type that in, that short abbreviation, it'll take you to our website. I've also created another website for Family Preservation Foundation. Since those goals are much larger than Stop CPS, Stop CPS is about stopping what is going on with child protection services. Family Preservation Foundation is looking to provide additional services like counseling, family counseling, especially for the children and families that have been reunified to overcome the post-traumatic stress syndrome that the children and the families are facing after these significant lengths of times being separated. We also have a national litigation strategy. We're looking to open up pro bono services in each state, rolling out starting from Minnesota and moving forward. So there's a lot more that we're going to be doing with Family Preservation Foundation. If you go to GuideStar and actually look us up on GuideStar, we've listed all of the programs as it relates to human services that we are looking to provide to the families as we rescue children from the clutches of CPS. We've also put together a Facebook page last month, and we have 2,000 likes on that, and that's growing. As most of you know, there is a Facebook group. It is an open group, but I do look at the individuals that are seeking to join the organization. One of the things I look for is to make sure a person doesn't work for CPS or have some political agenda as it relates to our organization. We've grown tremendously in the course of 90 days. We have over 3,700 members in our group and growing. We get about 25 people a day who are asking to join. And so the word is spreading. The thing that's fantastic about our growth is that it's all organic. We've done no advertising. We haven't pushed anything as far as the group. It's primarily word of mouth. Information is getting out, and people like yourselves and like myself who were victims of the CPS abuse are looking for ways to navigate the system. So it's been very helpful, and I encourage people to spread the word, share the video so that other people can see what's going on. We've also put up a Twitter page, and so you can find us on Twitter also. Same thing as our initials. It's the @ SCPSLKC. So you can find us on Twitter also. We have a YouTube channel also where all of our videos are going to be going, including this one today. I'm going to try and put out at least one video podcast a week. I'm going to be giving everyone the things that I have learned as it relates to CPS moving forward. A lot of people feel there aren't tips, and if there were tips, the children wouldn't be in CPS custody. Well, that's really not the issue. The issue is that most of us trust the government, and we're unsuspecting, and we think that if we do what CPS says and let them do their assessment and give them all of this information, that we'll get our kids back quickly. Well, that's not the case. It's actually the exact opposite. And so I've put a lot of information on the website. If you go and look at the website, there are statistics and numbers. What started out as me doing a forensic study on Minnesota, follow the money trail, so to speak, to see what they're doing. It led me to look at things nationally. And so as of the last reporting for last year, 465,000 children were removed and placed into foster care. So they were in the foster care system last year. I did a 5-year analysis, a 5-year look back. I saw that over 1 million children have been put into foster care in the last 5 years. And then I went back 10 years, and if I remember correctly, it was like 2.7 million children, approximately, have gone into the foster care system. And so then I looked at the expenditures and the monies related to that, and I started adding that up. So I put together a spreadsheet, and I started tracking that by year, and then I did a total, and I came up with $291 billion have been spent nationally, on the foster care and CPS system over the course of the last 10 years. What struck me as odd, and you'll see these figures on the website, is that despite all of the negative factors that have been relayed as it relates to children in foster care, this machine is still going on. And one of the things that most people don't understand, they're like, well, how does CPS get away with this? Well, CPS is a self-protecting machine, and what they've actually done is they've gone to the legislature, they've gone into the statutes, and they changed the statute according to what fits them best and what allows them to take the children away. A lot of people are like, well, the judges are crooked and the guardian ad litem are crooked. And I'm like, you need to really look at the statutes, why they're unconstitutional, and that is the goal of our federal case. You need to understand why things are happening. You need to read. The information is there, and I think most people are finding it difficult to understand the legal jargon. Well, and that's the intent. Both the legislatures, the lawyers, the judges, they really don't want you to understand. What a lot of people don't understand also about this procedure, it is a civil case and not criminal. So you do not have to let people into your house. I don't care if they come with the police there. They need to really have a good reason. If they say they're going to go get a court order, I recommend you pack up your kids and your bags and you go to another state. But I can't tell you what to do right now. In about 2 weeks, I'm going to be putting together a broadcast with all of the details. And I'm not just going to be talking. I'm going to literally put together a video with the state statutes and the case law that supports the state statutes. So I'm going to show you, here's what Minnesota says. Here's what a judge's order says. Here's what you can do. Here's what you can't do. Here's how much control they have. Here's how much they don't. So the main problem with most people in most states is they truly don't understand. And when they do understand, it's a little bit too late. I was one of those people. I trusted the government. I'm like, oh, they must be telling me he's correct. Well, I came to find out the hard way that it was not. The most telling thing in my case, and probably in some others, as people fight and try and get out of the system, is that once I read the statutes and understood the system and understood what was going on, I read how people were getting their children away. I filed 3 motions myself. I fired my attorney and I filed 3 motions. And I had 1 hearing, and in 30 days, I had my child back. Now, people will say, oh, that's not true. Well, no, it's not. I didn't have my son for 22 months, and I finally got fed up. With some people, and everyone takes a different route and a different track, certain things go on. And so they filed for TPR in my case, just for me giving my son a little ordinary bottom spanking. And I'm like, how does an ordinary bottom spanking reconcile to me losing my son forever, especially when you had 3 of my sons, you gave me back 2, the youngest being 6 years old, yet you're going to try and TPR my rights for my 10-year-old because I gave him a spanking. So none of this was reconciling. So shortly, and when I say shortly, perhaps even next weekend, you're going to understand what's been going on with the case and our goals and the corporate goals. Having said that, a number of people have asked me, and I'm hearing chatter, well, why did you do Amanda's case? Why Amanda Weber's case? We have 3,700 people. Why did you pick her out? I wish somebody would have done our case for free. Or why aren't you helping all of us? I'm like, well, there's 2 things. One, Amanda called me. She stayed up all night, found our organization, tracked me down, and called me on the day they took her child. So they took Zavion, and she contacted me. And so I was able to literally help her. The main issue with most of the cases, where people are calling us is, you've already agreed to what the state has said. You've already signed the documents. You're in the middle of a situation that the only way we're going to be able to help you is help you not get a TPR. So I can show you what not to do to get your child taken away and how to get your child back quickly. But there's no silver bullet for you because you've already told the government, yes, I neglected my child, and yes, I'm going to do what you tell me to do. So from that point on, I can help you. If they file a TPR on your case, I can help you with that also because I can tell you what they have to prove. See, the problem is most of the people are going at it the wrong way. They're going into their TPR saying, I'm a nice person, I'm a good mom. That's not how you need to do it. So I'm going to tell everyone that also. So the only reason that Amanda's case was taken was because I got it from the very beginning. 90% of the calls I receive are from people that have been in the system 6, 9 months, 24 months, have already been TPR'd. That is the goal of the lawsuit that I filed. Now, something everyone needs to really understand is I've had my children back for 2.5 years. So me filing the case that I filed, it's not for me. And so when I say it's not for me, those first 6 counts, meaning counts 1 through 6, I did for this organization. I feel what CPS is doing is wrong. And I feel that someone needs to stick up and say something. But let me tell you, you need to help yourself also. You need to believe in the organization and believe in what I'm trying to do for you. I don't have to have those counts in there. As a matter of fact, those counts don't benefit me at all because I already have my children back. Those first 6 counts are for all the members of our organization. And if you don't believe in us, and if you don't stand with us, then you're giving CPS exactly what they want. They want us to be divided. They want to pick you off one by one. They don't want us to have solidarity. As a matter of fact, they would be happy if I just threw out those first 6 counts. They were like, Mr. Mitchell, why are you doing this? This has, it's nothing to do with you. You got your kids back. And I'm like, yes, but I was affected, and so were all the members of our organization. So you need to think about that. If you really, are for us, you're either for us or you're against us. You either want to believe that we're going to make a difference. You could reference anything you want about the organization, anything you want about myself. I own my own management consulting company. I've owned that for over 25 years. We're well respected. You can go onto my website. You can go on to Facebook, friend me, look at my profile, look at my corporation, go to our website, look at the client letters that are on that website. You'll see the top companies in the world. You'll see CHS, Mobil, Shell, Merck, Invitrogen. I only work for the top 50 and top 100s, but guess what? It doesn't mean a thing, because no matter how much money you have, CPS is going to come after you, whether you're high or you're low. And the statutes are crafted illegally and unconstitutionally to take your children away. So you need to truly understand what the scope of what we're doing and the effort of what we're doing. I need to hire more attorneys, because guess what? One man, me, cannot handle 3,700 clients by themselves. And if you think I can handle 3,700 members, yeah, well, you're mistaken. So it's a collective associational suit that I'm trying to do for everyone else. But what I want to do is expand. I want to try and get an office in every single state. I want to institute a 1-800 call number. I want to put together a pro se kit for parents. I want to put together video classes, counseling. So that, all of that takes money. And no one's just going to hand it to you. I say we're an association of 3,500 members. Well, those members need to be working toward that same goal. You need to be doing something. It's like boo-hoo. There's no boo-hoo. There's no one's going to rescue you. As a matter of fact, the government doesn't want you to succeed. They want to still control, dominate, and keep you down. So our goal is to disseminate the mission to everyone. What most people don't realize is that corporations do corporate matching. If you put in $25, your company will put in $50 or even $100. Every company has a different matching, but at a minimum, most will double the donation that you do. And it's tax deductible. People will say, oh, well, I can't afford it. I'm like, well, if you can't afford $25 or $100 to get your child back, then that says something. Because I think everyone's child is worth a minimum of $100. $25 is a Happy Meal. You take your family out, I can't go to Five Guys and spend less than $25. So if you think your child isn't worth one meal, then I don't know what to tell you in that regard. And if you think somebody's going to step up to the plate and help you, no one has. As a matter of fact, no one's done this but me. So you need to think about some of these things as we move forward. You need to push the information out. You need to get it out to Twitter. You need to get it on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, post the videos. We have a LinkedIn page. Put your story together in a nice format. I'll put it on our blog. We have a Google Plus page. So, our goal is to get the information out. You sit here and watch what's going on over 10,000 children, 10,000 immigrant children. We have 465,000 American children that were taken last year, and everyone is losing their mind over 10,000 immigrant children. You know why? Because people are pushing it out. They're pushing out the information. They're going to their companies. So if you don't have the money, you need to go to your local McDonald's or anybody you can go to, any company you come in and say, here's a flyer. I printed out, here's a fundraiser we're doing. Can you donate to the fundraiser? Even if you don't have the money, you should donate your time. You need to do something to help us to grow, because in order for me to help you, I need more attorneys. One attorney is not going to do it, and that one attorney is working on the federal case and their own practice. So we need more. So we have a national, litigation strategy that we're trying to roll out. If you go to the website, look at the About page or the mission statement, they will both tell you about our national litigation strategy. So, but in order to do that, it needs funding. It's, you guys now are sitting here going, oh, I can't get a lawyer. I understand, because lawyers are expensive. So I'm saying we need to pool our resources together, change the statutes. It's not the judge. The judge is following a statute. You're like, oh, the judge knew. No, you don't understand. If you read the statutes like I did, I said, these statutes are wrong. But according to the statutes, I was guilty. So there was nothing I could do. And I said, this is totally unconstitutional. And so God gave me the means and the ability to try and go out and change it. Now, did I have to try and change it for you? No. Do I need this? No. As a matter of fact, my case, if you go look at the original case I filed, it wasn't in there. It wasn't until the people of this association started calling me that I did a voluntary dismissal in January of my own private suit that I knew I was going to win. There was no doubt in my mind I was going to win it because I had 600 pages of discovery that showed everything they did in my case. They're probably not going to find another case like mine in 100 years. And you'll see, I'm completely confident that I'm going to win this case. But I did a voluntary dismissal of my case so that I could fight for the association. I came out and I even prioritized the association needs over my own. I could have been petty. I could have put yours at the end. I said, no, Your Honor. I come back in June and I say, I want these first counts. I moved them to the top of our claims. And I said, I want these first things done first. There's no evidence that's needed. There's nothing that's required. I want a summary judgment on the first 6 for my association. So I did that for you also. Didn't have to do that. I could have waited, got my money, and then at the end said, oh, by the way, I'd like an injunction 2 years down the road. I says, no. I want this heard now. So I'm doing these things for you when I don't really need to. So, people need to understand, that, and they need to get on board, and you need to go to your church, the 7-Eleven, the Quick Check, your store. Almost every company has matching donations. Go into your company, say, do you have matching donations? Great. So if I put in 100, you'll put in what, 200, 300? Fantastic. Let me put in 100. If your child's not worth 100, I don't know what to tell you. But having said that, it's tax deductible. Facebook has verified us. Facebook won't charge us any donation fees whatsoever, which is one of the reasons that I did this on Facebook. Of note, a couple of days ago, I was on Real News, and Dave Knight interviewed me. If you look at that video, it was strictly the facts. We gave reference to the website, the national standards, the documentation, the US DHHS website. I told everyone where to get all of the statistics and all of the information to verify exactly what's going on with our solution. So check out that segment. The lighting wasn't too great, it was a last minute interview, but I was able to accommodate them. So you could check that out. But coming up, I contracted for 3 more commercials. We're going to try and push that out, make those go viral. And I'm also going to do like a 20-minute TED Talk. And what that TED Talk is like, or TED Talk type style, because it's not really going to be a TED Talk. Initially, I was going to do a TED Talk, but there was just so much you had to go through, and I could only invite 100 people, that I decided just to put something together myself and to push that out. And what I'm talking about is the things that have happened, how how change can be accomplished, what we can do to accomplish change, how the government or even our society can look at what we're doing and not keep trying to run into the wall. You keep trying to do the same thing again and again and again and expecting different results. And we all know that's the definition of insanity. But we don't need to do that. We need to just look up and see there's a door to the right. And all I'm asking you to do is to look up and say, this man is doing something that no one else has done. This man is doing something for us, for me, that no one has done. Who else have you been able to call? Who else has called? Yeah, there's groups out there, but who actually filed a federal lawsuit that put your needs before their own? I don't think you'll find anyone. So if you doubt my integrity, look up my business website. I'm the driving force behind this international management consulting firm. Look at the reference letters. We've worked all over the world. Dubai, Africa, Europe, everywhere. We've worked on the entire planet for the last 25 years. Look at our clients. The top companies in the world are not going to come to us to have us do their business process reengineering and change management unless we knew what we were doing. So my credentials speak for themselves. I have 9 certifications in what I do. I stay on top of everything. I'm an open book, people. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for our organization. And I need your help. I need you to get the word out. I need you to spread the word. I want CPS and DHS to know that we have had enough. We are rescuing our children. And I want everyone to understand that I'm not ignoring you, that it takes a lot to start up an organization, more than you could conceive. I'm literally working 16-hour days. I'm working during the day trying to run my business because I have my own family to take care of, and then I have my second family, which is you, which I'm trying to take care of, and I'm working 8 hours a night, and I'm actually exhausting myself, But, I think it's for a noble cause, and I think it's something that needs to be done. I need you to blast this to everyone you know. President Trump, Ivanka, every sports figure you know, every corporate titan you know. The goal is send it to them, email it to them, send them a press release. Let them tell you no. Don't say, oh, they're not going to help us. Well, they're not going to help you unless you start helping yourself. The Lord helps those that help themselves, and I'm no different. I'm doing this for you. I've started this for you. I've grown this for you. And if you don't want to get on board, let me know and I'll shut it all down. I'll take the 6 claims out because you don't want them. You don't want your kids back. You don't want to work to get your kids back. And I'll just work on my own claims, get my own money, and do it some other way. I really don't want to do that. That's for me to even say that is sort of preposterous. I don't think that that's what you really want or what you really want to do. But I need you to stop grumbling. I need you to stop infighting in the organization. I need you to stop telling people what works and what doesn't work. Fighting back is fighting back. And some of you will say, oh, I fought back and I still lost. You fought back, but you didn't fight back the right way. And I have a lot of people tell me, well, I don't have time to learn all of this. Neither did I. I had to make time after work. I had to read. I had to understand. I had to read opinions. I said, okay, why are these people losing? That was the number one thing I had to figure out. I can't understand. I'm like, this is unconstitutional. How is CPS getting away with it? So I had to study it. So do you have to study fast? Yes. Are there individuals who don't understand what's going on in the law? Absolutely. It was written that way on purpose. It was written by the rich to confuse the poor and the people that have no knowledge and passion for the law, and to keep them having the money. The number one thing that they do that I need you all to understand is they want us divided. They can pick us off one by one. You cannot stop a machine. If we band together and we collectively put our money together and we go after the Constitution, and we need to get this to the Supreme Court, and it's not going to be free. Nobody's just going to give it to us. As a matter of fact, the government is going to throw all of their resources to bear behind us. But I know we're going to win because I have you, I have the Constitution, and I have the case law to move this forward. So we have a hearing for the beginning of October. Of course, the county and the state are both opposing everything in our complaint. But we're executing a strategy and we're confident. I surely wouldn't be spending all this time and money of my own if I didn't think we were going to win. I surely wouldn't be fighting for you. So I need you to believe in us, believe in our organization, stop fighting, stop putting political things on the website that don't advance our position or help anyone. Don't put things about the president. Don't put things about shooting. Don't put things about, a social worker who got caught, a judge who got caught. We all know about this. We all know it's corrupt. The only thing I want to see on our website is, this is what I did and it worked for me. Or this is what I did and it didn't work for me. Now, some of you are going to put things on that says, well, I tried that and it didn't work for me. It's the context. I'm not telling you not to do it. It's a way to do it. And I'm going to show you based upon the time frames that need to take place and what they need to do and how you not helping them actually helps you. And that, we'll save that for the next video. I'm going to sign off now. I really hope that this August update has been sort of enlightening. I will be back on next weekend. I have something to say, so next Saturday, look for another update. We were going to try and have a rally at next Saturday, but we decided to push that one additional week. We have a number of things going on next week, one being Amanda's wedding, and then I have something important going on the following week as it relates to the federal case. So we're going to put that out for, I think, Saturday the 18th. I need to look and confirm that. And that's going to be in downtown Minneapolis at the Commons. And I want everyone to come out and show their support. We're going to have some discussions. We have a number of people speaking. And we think it'll be a great event. We want everyone to pack a lunch, come on out. It's only going to be for 4 hours, from 12 to 4. So it's not going to be an all-day affair, but what we really want to do is we want to show, Minnesota exactly what's going on. We want to show them how large we've become, how powerful we are, and our voices will not be quieted. There is an election coming up, right? And we need to get promises out of these politicians in writing. No verbal, not here's what I'm going to do. We're fine, put it in writing. And if you don't do it, you need to voluntarily resign. That's what you need to do. You need to, have a contract with the people. You want my vote? Be transparent. Put together a contract with the people. Sign that. That's what you're going to do for us. And then you'll get our votes. We have the power to put them in, and we have the power to take them out. Thank you, and have a great weekend.